Hey everybody, Bungzy here with another ultralight review on ultralight backpacking. Today we're taking a look at a pair of down pants by Montbell. We'll talk about its key features, the use case for down pants, plus we'll ask the question, are the Montbells the best choice in down pants? Shall we? For those new to the sport of gear talk, let's quickly run through the basics on Montbell. Montbell is a Japanese outdoor gear company that focuses on engineering light gear. They make both clothing and gear, though, at least in my opinion, they are better known for their clothing than their gear. They now have a few pairs of insulated pants to choose from, both down and synthetic. These are their cheaper and lighter down pants. They're called the Superior down pants. They retail for $169 and weigh 7.4 ounces in a size medium on my scale. But mine are an older model. The newer model apparently have two zippered hand pockets and come in at 8.4 ounces. As for features worth pointing out besides their lightweight, they have 1.9 ounces of fill. They have a zipper fly, which is a good thing when you need to go in the middle of a cold night. They have elastic cinch built into the hems, which I love. You either just give them a tug or double them over if you want something closer to airtight. They help keep the bottom of the off the ground if it's wet, and they keep your heat from escaping when it's super cold. And one other selling point worth noting, though somewhat subjective, is that these look far better on than other cottage brand options, which tend to give you that, yeah, I made my pants myself look. This either matters to you or it doesn't. Now, what about the use case for down pants? I would suggest considering down pants as an alternative to long underwear, with the exception being hikers who insist on hiking in shorts and prefer to use their sleeping long underwear under their shorts as a warm layer when needed, as opposed to, say, adding wind pants instead, or just wearing pants to begin with, which is my preference. Anyways, getting back to the long underwear comparison, let's compare these to the Patagonia Expedition Weight Capilene long underwear bottoms, which are awesome. These weigh 5.3 ounces in a size medium. So at least with my pair, that's about a 2-ounce quote-unquote penalty for taking down pants instead of long underwear bottoms. Again, you don't need both. So what benefits do you get for this additional 2-ounce penalty? First off, they sleep much, much warmer. It's not even close. This gives you the added benefit of being able to stretch the temperature range of your sleeping bag or quilt. This in turn not only saves you money, but allows you to carry your lighter sleeping bag. Another benefit is camp time. Let's say your hiking pants are wet or it's cold, or actually let's say you're wet and it's cold. With these pants, you can comfortably hang out at camp if it's cold. With long underwear, not so much. You're not going to be as comfortable sitting around in long underwear bottoms in the cold, even if they are dry. Excuse me. So you're going to be stuck in your tent in your bag trying to stay warm in your long underwear. Another benefit is when you're off trail. You can wear these pants around town or whatnot, not your long underwear, obviously. So to me, down pants are well worth the weight penalty. Now let's answer the question, are the Montbells the best option? Well, that depends on your personal priorities. For starters, I would say that they are the best retail option when it comes to down pants. What's the benefit of retail over the cottage options? One, they're immediately available. No waiting a month plus for delivery. Two, they don't fit. Return them. Good luck trying to return cottage gear, especially clothing like this. Three, the craftsmanship on factory-made gear is just more consistent and more durable than handmade clothing. Maybe that's my opinion, but I stand by it. And as I mentioned, they're better looking, for whatever that's worth. You don't look like you make your own clothes. One last side point on these pants. If you're between sizes, I suggest sizing down. The medium work great for me, and I often have to size up to a large. Now, what are the trade-offs for going retail over cottage? Let's consider as an alternative down pants from a cottage company called Goose Feet Gear. These pants weigh 5.67 ounces and have double the fill weight. So they're significantly lighter than the Montbells and they're significantly warmer. This is somewhat subjective, but I find the Montbells to be warm sitting around in temperatures in the 30s, whereas I can comfortably sit around down into the teens in my Goose Feet gear pants, warmly. And getting back to long underwear comparisons, my weight penalty just dropped to only 0.35 ounces between these two, given the much lighter material used by the cottage companies. So the weight penalty for down pants instead of long underwear practically disappears when you go with the cottage options. Now the trade-offs. Sizing is a pain in the you-know-what when you go cottage. The cuts are custom, which sounds like a good thing, but in my opinion it's a double-edged sword, as I never feel like you're truly talking the same language as the company. And this all comes along with much higher pricing, much longer wait times, and no returns really. They're also not as durable. Goose Feet uses a fine down, so there is some leakage. They also use a finer shell material, so you need to be a little more careful around camp. Not to suggest that I've had any issues with them, though they do leak. So I highly recommend considering upgrading your long underwear bottoms to a pair of down pants, especially in colder temps. It's just up to you whether you're better suited for the retail or cottage option. I have links to both of these products in my video description in case you want a closer look. Well, that's all the time I need. I hope I gave you something to think about. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already by clicking the Bungzy logo, and I'll catch you on my next ultralight review on ultralight backpacking.